The Australian Defence Force contingent, which the government has announced will become part of the coalition in the Middle East, will be arriving into the Al Minhad Air Base in the UAE from today and over the course of the weekend. And it seems that this is a useful time to start thinking about what sort of air campaign are we likely to see our aircraft become involved in. One thing seems pretty certain, and that is that the coalition has lost the element of surprise, because we're at least a week on from President Obama's announcement of a step up in the air campaign. In effect, what that means is that ISIS has been able to adopt a Hamas strategy. They've been able to disperse. Their leadership has probably now embedded themselves in targets which will create maximum collateral damage and therefore be very uncomfortable for the coalition to hit. I think what may be emerging here is a change in the type of strategy and contemplation. Far from going after the leadership for a decisive attack on ISIS, I think this may be a long-term strategy which will really only hit moving targets. It's going to be very hard for the West and their Arab-supporting countries to achieve victory by destroying one SUV at a time, but that seems to be where we're at the moment. The other thing worth mentioning is just to put in context the size of the Australian force. There are 8 Super Hornet aircraft, which will be our strike package. You can contrast that with the US air power available to it on just one aircraft carrier, the George H.W. Bush, which is currently operating in the Persian Gulf. That carrier has between 45 and 50 strike aircraft. So it puts in context that what Australia is doing is going to be a valuable, but nevertheless a very small part of an overall campaign, if and when it starts.